Hello, dear viewers. Thank you so much for joining me for your daily tarot reading with Tarot Mom. I ask you to pick the stone that draws you, the one that resonates with your gut intuition, and we'll begin. Speaking of gut intuition, have you all been, sometimes I like to be reminded to check with my gut intuition on things, small decisions throughout the day. Should I do this or should I do that? You'd be surprised. You ask yourself that question. I don't know if we're asking our higher self, we're asking source, we're asking guides, but you ask yourself that question and you get an answer. And it usually works out really quite well. For those of you who chose this silver, I actually do not know what this is. I bought this in a crystal shop. If any of you know what this is, please let me know. It's not, well, it's not that heavy. Okay. So anyway, you get 3 major arcana. Wow. And they are doozies. Good ones, good ones. See, now the devil card comes up when you're bedeviled by something. So this isn't something new coming in. This is something that's altogether too familiar. And so the devil card comes in when we're feeling bedeviled. Maybe it's some worry that keeps coming to us, or maybe it's a pattern in relationships that is bothering us, or a pattern in our own behavior, a pattern in the way we think, but we've about had enough of it. That's when the devil comes in, when we're feeling the discomfort of it. And maybe you just have had a day or two recently where it was particularly problematic. Now, there's nothing bad about that card. That is I think that's our inner self ready to make the change. We're getting ready. We're getting good and fed up with something, or very concerned about something. The Strength card means you are protected. You are protected. This is, the more self-aware we become, the more we get fed up with things, or like feeling like, oh my, this must change quicker. We do that more quickly the more self-aware we are. We tend to be more sensitive to those patterns and their effect on us emotionally, and get out of them sooner. We tend to be able to leave behind things that are harmful to us before they do a lot of harm, you know, maybe before they do any harm at all. And we just end up calling them a growth experience. So that's what's the good news about the devil card. You know, the more insightful we become, the more we can use this to make change, motivate change. So you're strong, you're protected, you have a lot of divine strength. In other words, right now, sometimes when we're troubled by something, we really do feel like the power of the universe, the power of source coming up in us bigger. You know, I think it's really important to not think that we know by our past what's going to be happening in the future regarding how much source can do in our lives, right? We shouldn't limit source like that, because there is always a new thing. And sometimes it is just when we are coming to an awareness of something that's not working in our lives that source comes in really strong, much stronger for us than we've experienced, or than we've experienced for a long time. And oh, okay. Because in those moments, what hasn't seemed doable in the past suddenly becomes all very, very much so doable. You know, it becomes something that's within our reach. So you may have a lot of strength coming in. And the Hermit card, that is saying that if you take some time apart today, you know, your intuition's going to be strong. It's really a look inside kind of time. It doesn't have to be the whole day or anything, but just take some time to really look inside, and with self-love, with self-acceptance. Do not get down on yourself if this happens to be a pattern of thought or behavior that you're having trouble with. Do not get down on yourself. It is a time to invite the strength and love and sunshine. This woman's in the sun of spirit in, and see this in a new way. He's got the lamp. He's got the lamp that's lit, some enlightenment there. Sometimes we're bedeviled by something because we're worried about it, we're worried about it. And then when we really look at it, when we really take a little time to look at it and put it in perspective, it's not that big a deal. Sometimes when we put it in perspective, we get so hyper-focused on what's not working or what we don't like. Sometimes it's a matter of putting it in perspective and saying, oh, wow, maybe 20 years ago I would have loved to have this problem, right? Instead of all the ones I did have, Or there are many people in the world who would love to have this that they're obsessing about, that they're, so concerned about. I had a moment like that. Thinking of the folks in Afghanistan right now. We have to think about, sometimes just putting things in perspective can really help us to remember how much we're divinely protected and how much strength that we do have and we've cultivated in our life in this lifetime already. So however these cards play out in your day today, this would be for more than today. This, with these three major arcana, this would be typical of what's going on in your life right now. For those of you who chose the red and white striped stone, we have the Two of Coins, the Knight of Wands, we have the Queen of Cups. So these are minor arcana, probably not a huge decision-making kind of day or anything today, but it's really about balance today, moving forward with purpose and vigor. The Queen of Cups is saying, and over it all, you're really riding the waves. You have some peace. You're centered. The water may rush by. That's okay. That's wonderful. Water, a lot of times in these cards, is emotion. Here you have water in the background that's a bit turbulent. So taking those two together, I'm thinking that there may be something that's a little bit turbulent. There may be something that's, a strong emotion somewhere coming through your life. But guess what? You're balancing everything just fine, even though it may be challenging. Sometimes you do it well, you're doing it today. This can be also balancing money. This can be balancing priorities, balancing relationships. It's working. In any case, it's working what you're doing. And the Knight of Wands is sort of this nice, purposeful, I'm heading forward kind of energy. So there might be some project or some direction you are going forward with, and you might not be there yet, but that's okay. So I wonder if you're not kind of challenged, but doing it, but it would be comforting to know that your goal is maturing. You're not to the King or Queen of Wands yet, but it's maturing. So definitely breathe in the emotional sustenance today. Definitely take time to receive that. But I think you'll just be able to do that while you're going about your day with these cards. So excellent set of cards. For those of you who chose the clear crystal, we have two major arcana. We have the Hanged Man, we have the Temperance Angel, we have the Seven of Cups. So, very interesting. So obviously, there's a challenge here to believe the good things are coming, to believe you're on the right path, to believe that you're making wise decisions, even if things are taking a little while to play out. Because we have the Hanged Man, we have even if you have a delay that comes up, we have the Hanged Man, we have the Temperance Angel, and the Seven of Cups. So the Temperance Angel is saying just keep on making temperate decisions, wise decisions. This Temperance Angel doesn't get too excited about delays, doesn't get too worried about any of that, just knows that all they have to do is make the next decision, dip a toe in the water. If they want to check something out, well, I could try this, I could look at that, see how it would go, and I can always withdraw and head a little bit differently if I need to. There's the winding path. We just make wise decisions, not out of emotion, This person, has a toe in the emotion, right? So this temperance angel takes her emotions into account, but doesn't let it drive the decisions. I say her, but this is male or female. So this is a nice, gradual, wise journey, is what this is. And sometimes this comes up to let us know we do have the help and support of the angels. The Hanged Man, right? If there's a delay, or if you feel like you just really need to give something some time, hang out with it. Look at it from a different angle, maybe, because you want to have a fuller understanding of the situation. That's a good thing to do today. Any delay that's occurring it's for a reason. That's a spiritual there's a spiritual process happening with it. And the Seven of Cups is really saying, please, as you look into the future, don't dread, don't fear the unknown. Instead, imagine all the beautiful things that you are creating, that are coming into existence. Please do that instead. Yeah. Our thoughts can sometimes get away on us, right? Our worries, they can be motivated by emotion sometimes, and they're here, they're there, and the what ifs, and no. Temperance angel says, okay, if that's happening to you right now, bring it back to what you know, and bring it back to the wise steps that you should take today, just today. And that helps you stay balanced. Emotional balance is good too, is important too. Okay, so excellent set of cards. If anybody would like more clarification with the Golden Nugget card, we have got the Four of Coins. Okay, if any of you are worried that your security is threatened in any way, it's not. Don't worry so much about it. You don't need to hang on to it so tight. You're okay. You've got it. Yeah. This one kind of comes up sometimes when people feel like their security. And security, remember, tangible security is money. It's jobs, it's health, it's wealth, it's relationships that bring security, it's physical objects that bring security. This is saying, you've got it. Don't worry. You don't need to hang on so tight. Whatever it is that may be making you feel like things are a little shaky is an illusion. Okay? You're fine. You'll be fine. That's what that's really saying. All right. Well, I thank you all so very, very much. Have an awesome day. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.